I ain't gonna lie, let's start here now. We're successful. You can't do everything for everybody, even though if you got the money, but it's like, say you do something again, you probably gonna, everybody just relying on me. So if you do something again, you just gonna keep calling me just because I made it out. Like, it's not like I feel where social coming from. Like, nobody get these dudes my money. You're gonna keep on. So that's how I'm thinking. At least how I'm thinking, he thinking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to bail you out. Do you do something again? Just keep calling me. Anybody start that. So you better fix your life. Better do something different. Anybody can get like calling me, think I'm about to spend 7,500, 10 racks. Like, that's a lot of money to me. I don't get how much money I get. Yeah. What you talking about?
You got too many things to do right now. Say I don't know what you want, baby girl. Come on now, don't get turned.
What's happening, man? Say, man, don't know, man. We got another one. Say, man, how y'all feeling, man? We got part 3. Part 3 of the Lil Durk story, Trap Lil Ross, man. Disclaimer: all this is fake. YouTube just for entertainment. And yeah, and it's real. Bro, come on. Start there. Do your homework. Come on, man. Let's get straight into it. It's part 3. I'll put it in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it for 10K. All the way to 11K. No, 15K. That's the milestone. 15K the milestone. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Like, comment, subscribe. We got
to actually writing down and thinking about his lyrics rather than simply freestyling. And the beat of the song was also much darker than his earlier tracks, foreshadowing the formation of the drill sound that was soon to follow and become huge. However, for whatever reason, he would not drop any more music during 2010, but coming into 2011, he would truly get into his bag, dropping numerous songs and music videos, including Sneak Dissing in January, I'm a Hitter in March, which would help Dirk land a radio interview on University of Chicago's WHPK 88.5. There was a track Rob Who with Lil Reese that dropped in May, a track 227K in June, which would be a diss song towards their old friends, the BBG, aka Terrordome, who they apparently had a falling out with, seemingly allying with Terrordome's enemy, the Killer Ward, instead. Another track called Too Many Say Day Drillin' with Lil Reese was posted on YouTube by none other than Keef, who was also beginning to get a major buzz in the city for his music around this time as well. He would then drop the I'm a Boss freestyle in October, which would use the legendary beat from Meek Mill's song by the same name. In August, Durk would also release his first mixtape, titled after his song I'm a Hitter, hosted by DJ Twin. Durk's rap career would truly begin.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Dirk been rapping for a break. I mean, he rapping for like 2010, right? Yeah, 2000. I'm doing my homework. He saved me rapping since 2010. On the way from, have not been paying attention like that. You know what I'm saying? But say, you know what I'm saying?
Flourished during 2011, at the same time as the entire Chicago drill scene was beginning to pop off in the city, with artists like King Louie, Chief Keef, E-Day, S-Dot, FBG Duck, Bo Deal, Lil Reese, and Lil Durk leading the charge. But 2011 wasn't only good times for Durk, as many developments would be going down in the streets, and in July, he would end up losing a person that was not only important to him, but also the entirety of the D-Town set, as an 18-year-old Tay-Ski, or Tay-Tay, real name Davonte Childress, was gunned down in D-Town's hood. Like Lil Mo on Lamron's side, Tay-Ski would become known as one of the first major losses for D-Town, and they would be so impacted by his passing, they would rename their hood Tay-Town, also known as TTE, which also means Threats to Everybody, or Tay-Town Entertainment. In his mixtape I'm a Hitter, that was released about a month after Tay-Ski's death, Durk himself would have a tribute song towards him titled Tay-Ski Crazy. Interestingly, unlike many other murders in Chicago, this one would eventually actually be solved, and 2 people would end up being charged and found guilty, Antoine Reynolds and Marlon Boyce, both alleged members of a GD set called Shields, hailing from 57th and Shields. After Tay's murder, Lamron and Tay-Town would understandably be thirsty for revenge, and they would allegedly get that revenge the following year, when a member of the Shields, named Travis Henry, was shot and killed while sitting in his car in the Shields hood. Just like Tay-Town, Shields would pay tribute to their fallen friend by renaming their hood Travis World, whilst also claiming to be TTEK, or Tay-Town Killers. It would take 2 years for the police to finally find a suspect, but in 2014 they would charge a man for the murder of Travis, this man being none other than OTF-DD, real name DeAndre Wilson, who was already back then one of Lil Durk's closest friends. However, by 2023, after almost a decade of fighting these charges, OTF-DD would end up beating the case and walking away a free man.
We fighting charges for a decade? That's a long time. I couldn't even imagine being in jail, going through that whole process. Hey, say, y'all be out here doing all crazy. Let me give y'all a message from Della. Say, y'all be out here doing all crazy. Say, man, y'all can find what y'all like to do, pursue it. Had that vision, pursue it. And Brody, y'all be out here doing all crazy. You're gonna get y'all bagged up where y'all not supposed to be at, where y'all don't want to be at. Brody, just start there. Do your homework on where you're not supposed to be at, where you don't want to be at. But nah, though, that's all I gotta really say. You listen, say, man, Yeah, I'll be out here doing right, man. Come on, man.
But back to 2011,
Nah, for real.
Dirk would find himself in trouble with the law once again when he would be arrested in October for an aggravated UUW, or unlawful use of a weapon, as he was caught trying to hide his gun and flee from the police. However, the most interesting part about this arrest is the fact that the police were already looking for Dirk due to an investigative alert with probable cause to arrest.
It sounds like Dirk don't sound like no, you know, he don't sound like no unaliver. He don't sound like an unaliver. He just sound like he trying to get some money. He's stealing, keeping an eye on him. He ain't sound like I ain't heard him unalive nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? He bagging cars. I ain't heard him. Did he bag somebody? What? Arm? You know? I ain't hear that yet either. So I feel like he was just out here. He ain't sound like no unalive though. So I don't know.
Later,
Oh my goodness, my bad, gang. That's right here.
Walking away a free man. But back to 2011, Dirk would find himself in trouble with the law once again when he would be arrested in October for an aggravated UUW, or unlawful use of a weapon, as he was caught trying to hide his gun and flee from the police. However, the most interesting part about this arrest is the fact that the police were already looking for Dirk due to an investigative alert with probable cause to arrest. Years later, rumours would begin to circulate online that the reason why not only Dirk, but also Lil Reese were wanted during this time was due to a shooting in late August 2011 where 4 teens had gotten shot in Woodlawn, more specifically in the hood of the infamous set Gyro City. Fortunately, nobody would die in the shooting, although some of the victims would reportedly be taken to hospital in critical condition. Interestingly, the Grim Reaper himself, Lil Reese, would later state in a DJU interview how he had previously shot someone who had been on the same interview couch, with many fans thinking that Reese was talking about this very case and specifically referring to a well-known Gyro City member and infamous internet motormouth FBG Button, who had indeed been on DJU's couch shortly before Lil Reese's interview.
I said you had a lot of goof on this couch. I've been watching lately.
Goof? Like who?
I done seen some on this trying to pop me for.
You did what?
Butter would then return to DJU and seemingly admit that he was indeed one of the victims, whilst even providing possibly a motive for the shooting.
We op shopping. We go on 61st, we catch Lil Durk and Lil Reese inside the store. They scared as hell. But I ain't even know who Lil Reese and Dirk was on folks' grave, right? Tutu get on folks' grave. Tutu coming at T. Cause we walk past them. Tutu
They like old folk. What they for? We don't get any ad for old folk. Hey, say folk. For real, old folk. What you don't know here, folk? Hey, folk. You better put that ad on you.
Boy, he on Tuka. On folks' grave and that scared as hell. They, boy, what's up, y'all with that? On Tuka, Lil B them get right on it. Hey, y'all with that? He with what, boy? Lil Reese, you know with what?
In addition to him saying we done had some goof on the couch, his
This nigga DJU, bro. What the fuck? I did not expect this dude to have this on, bro. Nah, that's funny. I ain't gonna lie, that's funny. That's funny.
one of these looking on the couch. He ain't putting no names on it, so I guess
DJU over whooping. Hey, DJU ever see this? He over whooping. Say, man. I'm posting this right here. Say, man, if DJU ever see this right here, he over whooping for wearing this right here. He funny. Hey, I get it. Say, it's good for the video. It's funny. I ain't gonna lie.
It over here, gang.
But whatever the case may be, Dirk would reportedly remain locked up for 3 months, during which time his girlfriend Nicole would give birth to his oldest son, Angelo, in November. Then, at the beginning of 2012, Dirk would get back out and hit the streets running, dropping the song Off the Sheets with Lil Reese in January 2012, along with a music video filmed by the legendary Chicago cameraman D. Gaines. Meanwhile, Lil Durk's friend Chief Keef's career was also heating up, dropping his music video for a song called 300 also in January, which would begin to make major noise in Chicago. From there, soon Chief Keef would be performing for a packed-out crowd in the legendary nightclub located in Markham in the far south side suburbs of Chicago, with several Lamron members right by his side, including guys like Lil Reese, Fall Out, and Lil Durk himself. Chief Keef would also make a cameo on Lil Durk's music video for the song Jack Boy, released in early March, while Dirk had already been present during Keef's 2011 music video for his song Bang. Now, the world didn't know it yet, but the Chicago drill scene was about to go worldwide, as the pressure in this buzzing music scene was building and would eventually explode, influencing the entirety of hip-hop at large. On March the 11th, the blow-up, or should I say glow-up, would finally happen, as Chief Keef would drop drill's first nationwide hit, the iconic track I Don't Lie, together with a music video where Keef and his buddies, including Lamron members Lil Reese and Fall Out, could be seen wildly dancing.
I don't like, man. When he dropped that joint, the world went crazy. I heard it as a young. When I heard it, I ain't gonna lie with you. When I heard Chief Keef, when I'm from, I ain't gonna lie. Like he came all the way to DMV. I ain't gonna lie. He made it to he made it across the world, for real. I ain't gonna lie. But when he hit DMV, man, it was like, man, Chief Keef was bumping. I ain't gonna lie. Chief Keef was really. It was him. Bro. Started there being him.
The booming beat produced by Young Chop. Building on the success of I Don't Like, Dirk would drop a major hit later in March himself, the drill classic L's Anther, another auto-tuned banger dedicated to his Lamron set. Dirk, together with the likes of Chief Keef and Lil Reese, were now the main faces of the new Chicago drill scene. And if you would have seen the potential in Dirk at the time, you would have truly gotten yourself a bargain deal for a feature. Price tag at this time being just $1,000. Then, in late April, Dirk and Reese would both make a major announcement when it was revealed that they would both be signing to Def Jam, one of hip-hop's most historically significant record labels. And this was even before Chief Keef would sign his historic $6 million deal with Interscope. But unfortunately, just as Dirk's career was about to take off, he would have to go back to jail to finish his sentence for the UUW, keeping him out of the picture for several months, whilst his friends and family were trying to keep his buzz going. Dirk would get out in July, this time hitting the streets with a new look and a new hunger, which would culminate in December with his third mixtape, Life Ain't No Joke, featuring big names in the rap game like French Montana, Soulja Boy, and Yo Gotti. However, it would be Dirk's next major move that would truly make him a household name, as in May 2013, he would drop the song This Ain't What You Want, together with his most professional-looking music video until that point, probably enabled by Def Jam's big production budgets. The music video included cameos from numerous people who would later become infamous in the drill scene, including the 600 rapper Rondo No. 9, who would ultimately end up killing an innocent livery driver the following year, receiving a 39-year sentence, and bizarrely, Mubu Crump, nicknamed the Chirac scorekeeper by DJ Academics, who would eventually fall out with Dirk and his OTF crew before getting killed in 2018, as well as THF Bezu from the THF 46 set, who would be arrested for a murder in 2014, but ultimately ended up beating the charges, going on to release the 2018 street hit, Beat That Body, together with another body beater, King Von, who himself at that time had just successfully beaten his own murder charges. But anyway, back to 2013, and unfortunately for Dirk, once again, right as his career was about to blow to that next level, he would get in trouble with the law once again, as he was arrested for another UUW in June, after police would catch him red-handed with a stolen Glock, while the local news would report on him as a rapper, quote, associated with Chief Keef. That says a lot about where the kind of discourse around Chicago drill music was at the time. Regardless, Dirk would catch a lucky break, as his friend would actually end up signing an affidavit claiming that the gun was actually his, ultimately getting Dirk off the hook. But in the meantime, there was another controversy brewing. While Dirk would be released on bail later in June, he would almost immediately get into an online beef with none other than Chief Keef himself, as Dirk's OTF affiliate, Chief Wook, would begin tweeting apparent disses towards Keef, accusing him of not being a stand-up friend and refusing to help somebody that needed bail money, despite having signed a $6 million record deal. Dirk would actually retweet his friend's posts, whilst also letting his own feelings be known, saying how he's still in the hood and not in the rich suburbs outside of Chicago like Keef was at the time, as well as directly stating how it was F Chief Keef's GBE crew. Naturally, fans at the time would think that the beef was about Dirk's bail, which had been 10% of $100,000, an amount that just so happened to be the exact same amount that Keef would post his new four-wheeler costed. These posts actually at the time being seen as subliminal disses towards Lil Durk. However, as 600 member Tay Capone would later explain, the person asking for bail actually would have been an O-Block member called Trey 5.
They came to him about bonding out 5. They came to him about bonding out one of the guys, and Sosa was like, you know, he not spinning them, but he just telling them like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna, you know, Trey 5 was from O Block. He was fighting a charge. He had bond. I think his bond was like $10K, $7,500 or something they was trying to get from Sosa. And Sosa had been, I guess, to them, spinning them about, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever bond money or whatever they were going to do.
Let's start here now. We were successful. You can't do everything for everybody, even though if you got the money, but it's like, say you do something again, you probably going everybody just relying on me. So if you do something again, you're just gonna keep calling me just because I made it out. Like, not like I feel where Sosa coming from. Like, I'm not about to give these dudes my money. You're gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking. At least how I'm thinking. He's thinking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to bail you out. Do you do something again? Just keep calling me. Anybody start that? So you better fix your life. Better do something different. Anybody can get like they're calling me. Think I'm about to spend $7,500, 10 racks. Like, that's a lot of money to me. I don't get how much money I get. Yeah. What you talking about? Tweaking, start there. $7,500, 10 racks. That ain't no chump change. That shit's money shit.
They wanted from Sosa. They felt like Sosa was spinning them. So they felt like they gave him enough time to act on what the situation or whatever, and then once they felt like he was just gonna keep spinning them or lying to him, they felt like they had enough time where they felt like they had enough aggression built up from the situation to just act, you know.
For the time, it seemed that this beef was squashed as soon as it started, with Lil Durk saying during an interview that it was nothing but some words and that the two groups still had love for each other.
A lot of people have been tweeting me to ask you about your relationship with Chief Keef because of things that have been going back and forth. What is the status of that right now?
It was just a little bit of words. Ain't nothing major though.
Ain't nothing major?
No, ain't nothing major.
It ain't nothing that's gonna grow or...
Nah.
Have y'all communicated since then? Have y'all...
Yeah, we had a little few words to beat on some, man. We cooling right now, so...
Yeah.
So I respected that. We respect each other. We got love for each other, so...
Mm-hmm.
You know how Twitter is. You know Twitter gonna take everything the wrong way.
Ain't Twitter a trip?
Meanwhile, Lil Durk's Lamron set was getting some questionable publicity in the local media, as the Chicago Sun-Times would publish a scathing cover story about the gang in November 2013, calling the set Lamron Englewood's public enemy #1. And the article would go in depth on Lamron's alleged illegal activities, which according to police included not only shootings and murders, but also drug sales, and even a large counterfeiting ring that produced fake driving licenses. However, at this point in time, the article was only focusing on Chief Keef's connection to the set, and it wouldn't mention Lil Durk at all. Once again, just showing that difference in fame between these two at that point in time. Also in November, Durk would experience another major loss when his good friend Pluto, real name Patrick Walker, would lose his life under strange circumstances, reportedly getting shot by a friend from the TYMB set whilst out driving in his car. The incident allegedly being an accident, but one that would eventually sour the relationship between Lamron and TYMB, with Durk later rapping in his song titled Crossroads how Pluto would still be alive if he hadn't been out hanging with the wrong strangers. Behind the scenes though, things between Lil Durk and Chief Keef apparently weren't all good, and in 2014, things would go all the way left when some of Chief Keef's old friends from O Block would also get involved in the beef, with several incidents taking place that year. First, in March, there would be a shooting at Chief Keef's
by freeze-drying fruits,
like, we got
vegetables,
2014. We in 2024.
meats,
So we still got
sauces,
3 hours of
cast.
just content, just on it. Like,
is that? Yeah, that's a Sephora app.
Like, stop. We only 40 minutes in, almost an hour. We still gonna have another 3 hours or some change. Think about that.
House, which allegedly was a robbery that his old friends were involved in. Then in June, Keef would take it to social media, accusing his old friend Boss Top from O Block of breaking into his house while he was in court fighting his own charges and stealing numerous items, including designer clothes, jewelry, and even his daughter's clothing, earning Boss Top ridiculous nicknames like Broke Top and the Diaper Bandit amongst Chief Keef fans. At the time, controversial commentary would come from a young DJ Academics, who at this point was only just starting his YouTube journey with his War in Chirac series.
It's your boy DJ Academics, and now, as the Chirac Civil War wages on, and let me get my in order. Let me see. We have a named Boss Top who was Chief Keef's protege. He was supposed to be the protege savage to Baphomet. Now, I'm not sure why these two fools fell out, but it wouldn't surprise.
You could just hear Academics and just hear, like, he sound like a goofball. I ain't gonna lie, you could just listen to him and you be like, this nigga, like, what is Buddy talking about? Who is Buddy? Why he sound like that?
If it was over maybe some Reggie, maybe some sneakers, and you know my favorite reason to start beefing in Chirac, sneak dissing. Or it might have been over apparently might have been over some song titles or something about something to do with another.
You could just tell Act ain't getting no buns. You could tell he ain't getting no buns. You could just tell when somebody don't get no buns. I could just hear him. I could listen to Act. So he ain't getting no buns. He ain't getting no buns. He ain't getting no buns on bro. Let's start there.
Named OD who died, who influenced the whole name of Block, aka O Block. Allegedly, Boss Top and his robbed Chief Keef and another GB member called Capo for their chains, including this notable Jesus piece that Capo owns. They stole KK, which KK is his like daughter's little baby. They stole her baby clothes. Huh? They stole her baby clothes out of her room. They stole detergent.
You stole. Hold. How you go? That's how you got watch bro. When you get up, you get rich, you got to watch you around because niggas will switch. I ain't gonna lie. Because how you go and cheat your man house? You stole his daughter clothes. That's some wicked stuff. You stole the money. You stole his change. First of all, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's wicked. It's wicked. Not gonna lie, it's wicked. I ain't gonna lie, it's wicked. You can't do that. Say, you gotta do something.
He even stole deodorant. Once you're stealing deodorant, detergent, diapers, and baby clothes,
We stopping
There's
here.
something wrong with
Man, we stopping here. This part 3 right here, man. This part 3, man. He's studying clothes, diapers. You know, he overwhooping. He's definitely overwhooping. I ain't gonna lie, he's overwhooping. He need to get overwhooped. No funny. Diaper clothes, money. I ain't even hear money. He said deodorant, baby clothes. Man, I ain't gonna lie. You overwhooping. I ain't gonna lie. I hope y'all like this joint. Y'all comment, subscribe. You on the way to 10, 15K. On Brody. Y'all like this joint. You gone.